ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। येन धौता गिरः पुंसाम् विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। नत्वा सरस्वतीं देवीं शुद्धां करोम्यहम् पाणिनीयप्रवेशाय लघुसिद्धान्तकौमुदी। Hari Om. So, welcome back to the third class of our Laghusiddhantakaumudi. I think fourth one. The first one we saw Mangalacharanam, then Mangalacharanam and Maheshwara Sutra. First three sutras we saw in the second class, and rest of the sutras we saw in the last class. And this is our fourth class. So far we have seen yesterday. Let me share the screen. There is nothing to give introduction much about. We saw in the last class this Adirantyena Saheta, how a Pratyahara becomes the name of the letters which are coming in between along with the last letter. The first letter of Pratyahara along with the last it becomes the name of the letter which are coming in between and of itself. That we saw with Adi Antyena Sahita, Antyena Ita Sahita Adi Madhyaganam Swasya Cha Saujña Syat. That's what we saw in last. And how the examples, 2-3 examples are given, how An is becoming the name of a, I, U. In the same way, Ach, Hal, Al, etc. That was the meaning. Then next sutra we saw Ukalo Jhrasvadirgha Plutaha. Ukar Vam Kalah Iva Kalayasya Sah Ach. The three ukaras have three different times of pronunciation. So those vowels which have the same period of time, those vowels will be named as Hrasva Dirgha Pluta in the same order. And again, that Hrasva Dirgha Pluta gets divided into three parts, which are Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Then what is Udatta, what is Anudatta, and what is Swarit? That Swarita, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita was explained in next sutra was the Uchchaihi Udattaha, Nichaihi Anudattaha, Samaharaha, Swaritaha. The upper part, when the letter or the vowel is pronounced using the upper part of the place of articulation, that is Udatta. The opposite of this meaning is Anudatta. And then Samahara, Swarita, where both the qualities of Udatta and Anudatta. So Udattanes, Anudattanes is brought together in the vowel. That particular vowel is named as Swarita, or that particular variety of vowel is named as Swarita. So that much we saw. Then again, all these 9 types hold together. One akara becomes of 9 types. Again, those 9 types of vowels, akaras or ikara, ukara, will get one more variety which is nasal. It's all Hrasva, Dirgha, Pluta, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita, nasal qualities will have. So hold together, one akara becomes 18 types of. A, I, U, Ru become 18 types of. Then Lukara does not have Hrasva, Dirgha, therefore only Hrasva and Pluta, 12 types. A, I, O, Au, these 4 vowels do not have Hrasva, only Dirgha and Pluta. Again, each one of them will get 12 forms. So that's what we saw. And now, nasal, this Anunasika word was used here. pratyekam anunasikatva ananunasikatvabhyam dvidha. It becomes twofold based on the anunasikatva and ananunasikatva. Nasalness or non-nasalness. I don't know how much correct this word is, but still we'll use for the sake of understanding. Sometimes the Nayayikas will use twice the Bhavadarshaka Pratyaya. It is not possible, but still. So for example, I will tell what I brought this. Suppose Rupa means appearance, Rupatva means, suppose white color has whiteness. Okay, whiteness is the quality of white. Now, the quality of quality, whiteness, that is how sometimes is used by Nayayikas. So, though it does not happen as per the rules of grammar, but still for the sake of understanding, for the main topic is going something. Though it does not fit in the language or the rules of language or grammar, still we use it for the sake of understanding. That's how I am just making this nasalness, non-nasalness, these words. So just understand them. The main purpose is understood. The reason is understood, then it's fine what is used. Okay. Now let's go to the next sutra. The next sutra talks about this nasal. What is this nasal? What is this anunasika? So that word is being explained in this sutra. Let's chant sutra first and then we will see the meaning. Mukhanasika vachano nunasikaha. Mukhanasika vachano nunasikaha. Mukhanasika vachano nunasikaha. Mukhanasika vachanaha anunasikaha. These two words are there in this sutra. In the sutra, only two words are existing. Now, rest of the words will be taken from the other sutras. What is the full meaning? Full meaning is, this means the vritti is like this. Mukha sahita nasikaya uchcharyamanaha varnaha anunasika samjnaha syat. Let me take the varnaha anunasika samjnaha syat. This is the main sentence. Main statement of this sutra is varnaha anunasika samjnaha syat. May the letter be named as anunasika. May be. Okay. The syat means may be. What may be? So, may it be named. May it be named as anunasika. As anunasika. May it be named as anunasika. What be named as anunasika? So, varna be named as anunasika. May a varna be named as anunasika. That is the main statement. Varna means what? Varna is equal to letter. Letter. One letter. So the letter be named as anunasika. But what type of letter? Now further, the adjectives are being given. What are the adjectives given to the varna? So what type of varna? Uchcharyamanaha. Uchcharyamanaha varnaha anunasika samjnaha syat. May the letter be named as anunasika. That was the main statement. Now, further, one adjective is given to the varna, the letter. What type of letter? That which is being pronounced. That letter which is being pronounced be named as anunasika. What? The letter which is being pronounced. Uchcharyamana. Uchcharyamana is present passive participle. It has the sense of present, then it has the sense of passive, and it is participle because it is derived from the root. So uchcharyamanaha means that which is being pronounced. Okay, uchcharyamana, that which is being pronounced. So letter which is being pronounced be named as Anunasika. But this much sentence is not enough, because all the letters are pronounced. Whatever letter exists, all of them are pronounced. So this much does not make sense. Means it makes sense, but it makes a vast sense, which is not expected. What is expected? So he says, Mukha Sahita Nasikaya. This word he adds. May the letter be named as Anunasika. May the letter which is being pronounced be named as Anunasika. May the letter being pronounced with Mukha and Nasika. Means that letter is pronounced by Nasika. Nasikaya Ucharyamana. Just understand, just ignore the Mukha Sahita word and read from here. Nasikaya Ucharyamana Varnaha Anunasika Samudnyah Syat. The letter which is being pronounced by or with nose be named as Anunasika. But that is also not the final meaning which is explained in Sutra. So one more word we need to understand. Mukha Sahita. Mukha means mouth. Sahita, along with. So Nasikaya, by nose or through nose, the letter which is being pronounced along with Mukha. So full meaning will be the letter which is being pronounced by nose along with mouth be named as Anunasika. Yeah, correct. The English is also this. This is the meaning. This is the meaning. Now we finish the full meaning of this sutra. Now let's go to the next. Taditham. That is like this. Taditham. Or it is like this. That is the meaning. Tat means that. Itham means like this. So taditham. That is like this. How? A, I, U, Ru, Esham Varnanam Pratyekam Ashtadasha Bhedaha. Oh. Therefore, because now nasal was explained up, that vowels have nasal variety, and how that nasal is, what is nasal word was used. So word nasal is explained, and now thus like this A, I, U, Ru, these four vowels have Ashtadasha Bhedaha, Ashtadasha 18, Bhedaha types, varieties. Pratyekam, each one of them. So, of these A, I, U, Ru, of Esham, of these Varnanam, of these letters, Pratyekam, each one of them have Ashtadasha, 18 Vedaha types. So, all these four vowels will have 18 different types. Then, next line, Ruvarnasya Dvadasha. The Lu Varna, the letter Lu has only 12. Why? Reason, Tasya, of him, Dirgha Abhavat. Abhava means absence. Absence of what? Absence of Dirgha. Dirgha, Vimatrika. That which has the time period of 2 matras. That does not exist of Lu Varna. It has only Hraswa and Pluta. Therefore, Hraswa, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Pluta, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Nasal Ru, Hraswa, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Nasal Ru, Pluta, Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. Thus 6 and 6, 12. So Dirgha is not there. So it has only Dvadasha, 12. In the same way, Echam api. H, what is H? A-ong, I, ouch. So A-O and I-O, they are counted with H. Okay? Echam, of H means of A-O-I-O, also Dvadasha. They also have 12 types. Why? Because they do not have hrasva. Tesham of them hrasva abhavat. Due to the absence of hrasva of age, also only 12, 12, 12. That's the word by word translation. That is the meaning. So that's what we saw already here. This is the chart, explains that only. Okay. Now the sutra is over here. Mukhanasika Vachanonunasika, and the explanation is also over. Now let's enter into the next sutra. It is again Saudhnya Sutra. It is naming something. Now let's understand what is that sutra. It's one of the important sutra. Later it is going to be used. Huge explanation is there. But anyway, it's not that difficult. If you pay attention, it is easy. Let's read the sutra. Tulyasya prayatnam savarnam. Tulyasya prayatnam savarnam. Tulyasya prayatnam savarnam. Tulyasya prayatnam savarnam. Tulyasya prayatnam, one word. Savarnam, another word. So only two words this sutra has. Tulya asya prayatna savarna. Now this huge explanation is given. Talvadi sthanam abhyantara prayatnaschaiti tadvayam yasyena tulyam tanmitah savarna saudnyam syat. Let's see. Let's first understand the tulya, etc., these words, and then it will become easy to understand. Let me take it down. Tulyam. Tulya means same or equal. Same. Asya. Asya. The literal actual meaning of asya is mukha. Mukha, mukha. This mukha. But here asya is not mukha. That meaning is not taken. But meaning is that which exists in the mouth, that is understood by the word asya. So a part of a mouth. Okay. Just a second. A part of a mouth is asya. Prayatna. Prayatna. Prayatna means effort. Prayatna means effort. Tulya, asya, prayatna. Yeah, that's it. Now, savarna is savarna. This is the word. There is no translation for that. So these three words we have to understand. Tulya means same. Asya means part of a mouth. Prayatna means effort. Okay. Now, what is tulya is same. We don't need of explanation of tulya. Asya, part of a mouth, we need to understand. What is part of a mouth? So, I don't know, previously did I explain or not? The place of articulation. Suppose if I am pronouncing ka, so I use one particular part of a mouth to pronounce ka. Kantha, the throat part I use. Then if I pronounce ta, I use teeth to pronounce ta, tha, the, dha, na, these letters. So one specific group of letters will have one specific part of mouth which is used to pronounce those letters. And thus, there are these different parts of mouth which exist in the mouth and are used to pronounce one particular category of letters. Okay, this Kantha, Talu, Murdha, Danta, Ushtha, Nasika. These are the different places which are the actually part of the mouth. So Kantha is throat, Talu is palate, Murdha is head. Head in the sense that the part right before the teeth, the upper part right before the teeth, that part is called head or the Murdha. Better we understand with Murdha. And Dantaha means teeth, Oshthav means lips, the P, P, B, B, M, these letters, to pronounce those letters, we use lips. Whereas Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, to pronounce this Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, we use the teeth to pronounce them. Okay. Then Nasika, the nose, we do use nose as well to pronounce few letters. Okay, so these are the different places of articulation, the different places of pronunciation, correct? Pronouncing different types of letters, we use these different types of places of mouth or parts of mouth. Okay. Now, if I say Kantha, Kantha has, what are the letters? Kantha has the letters, means the letters which are pronounced from the place named Kantha or the throat are Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga. Correct? These are the letters which are pronounced from the throat. So, Talu has Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, then Nya. So each one of them have different letters. Murdha, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na. Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, then Na. Pa, Pa, Ba, Bha, Ma. Correct? These are the places of articulation. There are few more letters, but still, for now, we will see with this. This much is enough for the explanation. So, these all letters are pronounced from the same place or the same part of mouth. Correct? The same part of mouth is used to pronounce this group of letters. Correct? Now, those letters which have Talu Adi, just now let's see. Talu Adi means those Talu, etc. Talu is a place of articulation, and Talwadi means Talu, etc. That is the meaning. Talwadi sthanam abhyantara prayatnascha. Abhyantara prayatna. Abhyantara word has meaning efforts, inner efforts. Can say inner, it's not though. Just abhyantara means inner efforts which are taken. We do take some efforts to pronounce letters. So effort, but what type of inner efforts? So letters which have same place of articulation and same types of efforts, those letters will be named as savarna of each other. So now let's take the whole line. Let me write here. Tat. Tat. Savarna. Saudnyam syat is the main sentence. Tat savarna saudnyam syat. May that be named as savarna. Okay. May that, okay, that may be syat, may be named saudnyam as savarna. May that be named as savarna. What be named as savarna? So that which has तालवादि स्थानम and abhyantara prayatnascha iti etadvayam, that which has two same dvayam, it becomes word by word, it is becoming a little bit difficult. Anyway, just pardon me, I will explain the whole line and that only to understand. So that which has talvadi, talu etc. Anam and abhyantara prayatnaha. Talvadi sthanam abhyantara prayatnaha. Cha means and. So just cha is and, then why it is given later, that is the style of Sanskrit. Talvadi sthanam, talu etc. places or the parts of mouth. Abhyantara prayatna, the inner efforts. Iti etadvayam. Iti thus. Etat dvayam. Dvayam means two. So these two, etadvayam, these two, those letters which have these two, talvadi sthana and abhyantara prayatna, same. Those letters who have the same place of articulation and same efforts taken to be pronounced, those letters, etadvayam, yasya yena tulyam, correct, yasena tulyam, tat, that, mitha means to each other, savarna saudnyam syat. So that which has same place of articulation and same efforts with yasya yena tulyam, with another letter, that whose efforts are similar to another letter and the place is also similar, those letters will be named as savarna of each other. They will be savarna of each other. Okay. For if at all we want to say, we can say those who have same parents, children who have same parents, be siblings of each other. It is just like that. So I am sibling of my brother is sibling of mine. Why? Because we belong to same parents. So in the same way, letters which have same place of articulation, same efforts, those letters will be savarna of each other. Mitha to each other. Savarna, they will become savarna of each other. That is the meaning. Hope I justified the explanation. Anyway, then Ru and the Vartika is coming. Vartika, what is Vartika? We must understand. First, Maharshi Paniniji wrote Ashtadhyayi, where the rules were given, the sutras he wrote. And then some additional part, some remaining rules or few more rules or few for the more clarity. Similar to sutra, the lines are added and those lines are called Vartika. Sanskrit definitions are there, but maybe later we will see the definition of Vartika, etc. Uktan, Ukta, Duruktanam, Chinta, Yatra, Pravartate, etc. Then the Bhashya definition also. When the time will come, that will come. Though the time has come, but still we will keep it for a long time later. So this is Vartika, which is written by Maharshi Katyayana. So what is he saying? He is saying that Ru and Ru, Varna Yoho, of these two letters, Mitha Savarnyam Vacham, may the Savarnya, the Savarnaness be considered of Ru and Ru. So he is saying that basically you understand that Ru and Ru as Savarna of each other. Actually, both of them have different place of articulation. So by this rule, Tulyasya Prayatnam Savarnam, Ru and Ru are not Savarna of each other because both of them have different place of articulation and different efforts are taken. Efforts we will learn later. But the places are very different. Ru is Murdhanya, whereas Ru is Dantya. Then still he says that though they have different place of articulation, understand them as Savarni of each other. Okay, that is the Vartika. This. Rullu Varnayoho Mitha Savarnyam Vacham. May it be said, or may it be understood. What? Savarnyam. May the Savarnya. Savarnya means being Savarnya of each other. That being Savarni is Savarnya. May that Savarnya be understood of Ru and Ru. Means among them, the Savarnya of each other should be understood. That is the meaning. Then the first line comes, Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kantha. Now he is saying that, okay, in Sutra it was mentioned Asyam. Asyam means the part of the mouth. And what are those parts of the mouth? And what are the letters pronounced from the places, those which are mentioned, Talu, Kantha, Murdha, etc. So those are being discussed. He is saying that Kantha. Kantha, this place of articulation or the part of mouth, belongs to what letters? So letters are mentioned A, Ku, Ha, and Visarjaniya. Of these letters, Kantha is the place of articulation. A means Akara. Okay? A means Akara. So Akara means all 18 types of Akara. Ku means Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga. Because it is Udit. It is Udit. So Ku, whole Kavarga, and Ha, and Visarjaniya. Visarjaniya means Visarga, which is written at the end of words or the after vowels. That is Visarga. So those letters have the place of articulation named as Kantha. Akuha Visarjaniyanam. Have I explained here? Here. You see, Akuha Visarjaniyanam Kantha. What is Akuha Visarjaniya? So A is A, Ku is this Ku, Ha is Hakara, then Visarjaniya means Visarga. They have place of articulation named as Visarga. So Kantha. They are pronounced from the Kantha. A, to pronounce A, we use Kantha, means the throat. Ka Varga, whole Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga, all these letters are pronounced with throat. Also Visarga, Ha, Rama, Ha, Kantha, Ha. These two letters which are written at the end is Visarga and it is pronounced with Kantha, throat. Ichu Yashanam Talu. Ichu Yashanam means what? E means Ikara. Ikara means 18 types of Ikaras. Then Chu means whole Chavarga. Cha, Cha, Ja, Jha, Ya. Then Ya means Ya. And the nasal Ya, which we saw. Then Sha. Sha means Shakara. Sha. All these letters belong to Talu, named the place of articulation named as Talu, the palate. So they are pronounced from the Talu. Ru, Tu, Ra, and Sha. Ru means all 18 types of Rukaras. Tu means whole Tavarga, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na. Ra means Ra. Sha means Murdhanya Sha. Shadanana, that Sha. All these letters have the same place of articulation named as Murdha. Lutalasanam Dantaha. Lu. This Lu. Ayun, Ru, Luk, that Lu. this vowel, what is the place of articulation of this? He says danta. Tu means whole ta varga, ta, tha, da, dha, na. Then sa means sa. All these letters have same place of articulation, which is danta, the teeth. Then upupadmaniyanam oshtau. What is u and upadmaniya? That we need to write. I think I have written. Yeah, yes. Here I have written. Upupadmaniya, how we have to split? We have to split u, then pu means whole pa varga, pa, pa, ba, bha, ma, and then upadmaniya. Upadmaniya. What is upadmaniya? Upadmaniya is, here I will explain, here itself I will explain. Whenever visarga is visarga, this visarga, or I will write visarga in the bracket I have mentioned is followed by pa or pha, then this visarga is pronounced like half visarga. Generally we pronounce visargaha, correct? Visargaha, the whole visarga we pronounce. Whereas when they are followed by pa and pha, that visarga is pronounced like half visarga. So reduce the amount of pronunciation. So visarga pa. Now I just took that example. The half visarga you have to cut it. Now the pronunciation which becomes or which seems like half visarga, that is named as upadmaniya. Okay? That is named as upadmaniya, and it appears very similar to this pa. Rama pashyati. Now here, though the original visarga has place of articulation as kantha, the throat, but here when the visarga is getting followed by pa or pha, visarga is pronounced like half visarga, and since it is pronounced half, immediately that pa or pha comes, and therefore the pronunciation appears very similar to pa and pha. That is named as upadmaniya. So ukara, pavarga, and this upadmaniya, which is actually visarga, are pronounced from oshthav. Oshthav means lips. They are pronounced from lips. Then yamangananam nasikacha. Yamangananam nasikacha. There is the line. This is line. Here. Yamangananam nasikacha. What is the meaning? Nya means cha cha ja nya. These all are the fifth letter of all five groups. Cha cha ja nya. Then ma is pa pa ba ba ma. Na is ka kha ga ga nga. Na is ta tha da dha na. And na is ta tha da dha na. Basically, nga ya na na ma. All five nasal of five groups are mentioned here. What is the place of articulation? Sir, when it is said akuha visarjaniyanam kantaha, so whole ka varga has the same place of articulation named as kantha, but then nga is mentioned here separately. How is that? So it is saying that yamangana nanam nasika cha, they have place of articulation as per their group and nose as well. It is not just pronounced with the place of articulation, but also along with nose. So nose is additional there. Nasikacha and nose, that we have to understand. So that is the meaning. Then edaitoho kanthatalu. Edaitoho. What is this edaitoho? We have not seen these types of words. So edaitoho means eth and oath. What is this eth and oath? Later we will understand. Just ignore this the, which is written at the end. Just understand a and I. O and O. That's how we have to understand. Eighth and ith. Just understand A and I, O and O. What is the place of articulation of this A and I? So meaning is kanthatalu. It is pronounced from throat as well as Talu, the palate. So these two places of articulations are used to pronounce A and I. O and O are pronounced from Kantha and Oshtha. To pronounce O and O, we use throat as well as lips. That is the meaning. Odau toho kantoshtam. Vakarasya dantoshtam. Next line is Vakara. Where is Vakara? Vakara. Vakarasya dantoshtam. To pronounce V, we need teeth as well as lips. V. If person does not have teeth, the pronunciation of V sounds very funny. It does not sound like V. So if you observe, you will find it. Then jivvamuliyasya jivvamulam. What is this jivvamuliya? It is very similar to the explanation which I gave for this p and p. Jivvamulya. Let us see what is jivvamula. Jivvamula is what? When visarga is followed by ka or kha, visarga is pronounced like half visarga. Immediately after that, ka and kha is pronounced. It also sounds like ka kha, very similar to ka kha. So it has the place of articulation named as jivvamula. Jivvamula. Jivva means tongue. Mula means the root part of tongue, the last part of tongue. That is the place of articulation for jivvamula. So the visarga which is pronounced like half visarga after getting followed by ka and kha, that visarga is named as jivvamuliya, and the place of articulation for that is jivvamula. That is the meaning. Jivvamuliyasya jivvamulam. Now, nasika anuswarasya. Anuswara is another letter which is not mentioned in 14 Maheshwara Sutras. What is Anuswara? Anuswara is this bindu. Can we see here on the top of Akara? Given here. Here. That is called Anuswara. And it is pronounced with nose. Nasika Anuswara. What is the place of articulation of that dot? It is Nasika. It is always preceded by vowel. Remember this. Visarga and Anuswara, both these letters will be preceded by vowel. Without getting preceded by vowel, Anuswara and Visarga cannot be pronounced, cannot be used. They are not used. Okay. So they do not exist if there is no vowel before them. So this is like that. And therefore, it is always written like aha, is what? At least one vowel is used and then they are mentioned. Generally, their astitva or their existence depends upon the vowel preceding them. So that is Anuswara. What is the place of articulation of Anuswara? It is Nasika, nose. Nose is the place of articulation for Anuswara. So that we saw. Then Yatnodvidha. Yatna means what? Yatna means prayatna. Prayatna, yatna, yatana. These are the synonyms. Yatna means what? Efforts. Vidha, twofold, two types of. It is two types of. What are those two types? Abhyantara, bahyascha. Abhyantara and bahya. Let's translate them as it is. Abhyantara means inner, bahya means outer. Abhyantara means the effort which is taken from the inside. And bahya means the outer prayatna. So adyaha, the next line here, the adyaha. Adyaha means what? Former or the first one. Abhyantara and bahya, these twofold or two types we saw. Now among them, the former, the first one, adya means the first one. First one is what? Abhyantara. Abhyantara is first. Panchadha becomes, or it has 5 varieties, or it is of 5 types. What are those? Spruhteshat, spruhteshat, vivruta, vivruta, samvruta, bhedat. So sprushta, ishad vivruta, samvruta, bhedat. It has how many types? 5 types. What are those? I think I have written here. Here. The line is split. Sprushta, ishad vivruta, and samvruta. Now, each one of these efforts belongs to different groups of letters. Okay. Now, there are letters which have different places of articulation. Now, there are letters which have different types of inner efforts and outer efforts. That we have to understand. Now, first, these abhyantara prayatna, inner efforts, are explained which effort belongs to which group of letters. Okay, that is explained. Now, how it is explained, let's see. Tatra, we saw. This line we saw. Spruhteshat, vivruta, samvruta, bhedat. Means these are the 5. Bhedat means with the difference of these 5, there are 5 different types of inner, the former which is abhyantara prayatna, which has 5 different types. Tatra, among those 5 different types of efforts, sprushtam prayatanam, prayatnaha, synonym. Sprushtam prayatnam, the first, which is sprushta, belongs to sparsha, belongs to the letters which are named as sparsha. Which letter is named as sparsha? We did not see. So, sprushtam prayatnam sparshanam. Sprushta is the effort which belongs to letters which are named as sparsha. Who are the sparshas? So, here it is explained. Kadayo mavasanaha sparshaha. Letters which begin with ka and end with ma. Ma avasana. Avasana means end. Kadaya means beginning with ka, ending with ma. Whatever letters are coming in between ka and ma are named as sparshaha. Who are those? Let's see who are those. Here, did I take? Here. This upper line is of vowels. Okay. Now we come to consonants. So consonant, from the ka till ma we have to read. Here it is ma. Can we see here? So from ka till ma, whatever is coming in between, ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, means kha, ga, gha, nga, cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, ta, tha, da, dha, na, ta, tha, da, dha, na, pa, pa, ba, bha. All these letters, 25 letters, are called sparshaha, and sprushta prayatna belongs to these ka to ma letters. That is the meaning. Kadayo mavasanaha sparshaha and sprushtam prayatanam sparshanam. Ka to ma are named as sparsha, and sprushta prayatna belongs to these sparsha letters, which are ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, cha, cha, ja, ja, ya, ta, tha, da, dha, na, ta, tha, da, dha, na, pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. That is the meaning. Now let's go to the next line. Ishat sprushtam antasthanam. The second effort is Ishat sprushtam. It belongs to whom? He says antastha letters. Those letters which are named as antastha, Ishat sprushta effort belongs to these antastha letters. Who are those antastha letters? So here it is explained. Where is it? Yano antasthaha means what? Yanaha are named as antastha. What is yan? Yavarala. Hayavarat. You have to begin with ya, then ya, va, ra, and lan, la. Till these 4 letters are named as antastha letters, and Ishat sprushta, this effort belongs to these 4 letters. So, to pronounce yavarala, we take effort named as Ishat sprushta. Then next is Ishat vivrutam, ushmanam. Letters which are named as Ushma, to them. Ishad Vivruta, this effort belongs to. Ishad Vivruta effort belongs to whom? Ushma letters. Who are the Ushmas? So here it is explained. Shala Ushmanaha. Shal, the letters which come in between shal are named as Ushma letters. What comes in shal? Sha, sha, sa, ha. These four letters are named as Ushma letters. Okay, shal pratyahara, sha, sha, sa, ha, hal. After that, la is coming. So, shal is the pratyahara which becomes name of these four letters sha, sha, sa, ha. Correct? They are named as Ushma, and this Ishad Vivruta effort belongs to these Ushma letters. Then Vivrutam Swaranam, Vivruta effort belongs to Swara. What are the Swaras? Achaha, Swaraha. Whatever is Ach is named as Swara. And Vivruta effort belongs to Swara. Swara means vowel. So Vivruta effort belongs to Swara. Then Ka, Pau. This is now, this cannot be pronounced. Before that, there has to be one vowel. So I will take a and then I will pronounce akka poucha. Ak, 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 ak. That is how it will be pronounced. Now, what is it? I don't know if you wonder. This is the Jivva Muliya. Okay, Jivva Muliya. Instead of writing Jivva Muliya, this is the style of writing. How is it written, that Jivva Muliya, which is the half visarga, pronounced like half visarga? It is written like this. And thus, or these letters, iti kakhabhyam prak ardha visarga sadrusho Jivva Muliya. Oh, I did not explain this line first. Vivrutam Swaranam. The next line comes here. That Jivva Muliya we will see in the next class. Here. Raswasya avarnasya prayoge samvrutam prakriya dashayantu vivrutam. This much line we have to see. What is this? Let's understand. Raswasya avarnasya. Raswa means a short. Raswa vowel. Raswa a. Of the letter A, which is Hraswa, of the Hraswa A, the Prayatna is Samvruta when it is actually used in the language. When I am speaking and I am pronouncing Akara, A, in my language, then that Akara is Samvruta, means the effort to pronounce that A, the effort which is taken to pronounce that A in the language, in the actual usage, that effort is Samvruta. That effort is Samvruta. But Prakriya Dashayantu, tu means what? Tu, but Prakriya Dashayam, Prakriya is what? Grammatical process. When the explanation is going on, the grammatical explanation is going on, that is not the actual usage of language. That is not the usage. That is the process or the explanation. Now, when the explanation is given, and at that time, whenever the A is used, it has the effort named as Vivruta. So, Vivruta effort for Hraswa Akara, Vivruta, generally all vowels have the one effort which is named Vivruta. Vivruta belongs to all vowels. But Vivruta effort for Akara only is taken when it is used in the grammatical processes or the grammatical explanations. But when actual usage takes place of that Akara, at that time, the effort taken for that Akara is Samvruta. So, Prayoge Samvrutam. Prayoga means the usage. In the usage, the effort taken for Akara, Haswa Akara is Samvruta. Prakriya Dashayam, but in the explanation, the grammatical explanation, grammatical process, The effort taken for the hrasva akara is vivruta. That is the meaning. So prakriya dashayantu hraswasya akarasya hraswasya avaranasya prayoge samvrutam prayatanam prakriya dashayantu vivrutam prayatanam. That's how we have to complete the line. That is the meaning. So thus we finished the abhyantara prayatnas, which were sprushta ishad vivruta vivruta samvruta. These 5 abhyantara prayatnas we finished, and now bahya prayatna. First we divided prayatna, yatna, vidha, 2 types of we mentioned, and then abhyantara. What are those 2 types? Abhyantara and bahya. We saw abhyantara was of 5 times. Adhyaha panchadha, adhyaha abhyantaraha prayatnaha panchadha. Those 5 types we saw. Those 5 efforts belongs to which letters? Those letters also we saw. Now bahya prayatna. Now the latter one is being discussed. Bahya prayatna to ekadashadha. Bahya prayatna has 11 different types, 11 varieties. Becoming too much, but yeah, it is fine. Will become easy, not very difficult. So bahya prayatna is of 11 type of. So anyway, this much we will see, and bahya prayatna we will discuss in the next class. But till this, whatever we have seen, you can just read, do the avartana revision. You can do yourself, and then you can appear for the next class. It will be easy. Just this much, whatever is seen, only this much have the, we must have the understanding till this much, very much clear. Once this much understanding has become very much clear, then it becomes easy to enter in the next topic or the rest of the part. Okay. Now here we will do Shanti Patha. Let's do Shanti Patha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishtate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om.